What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today we are back with another Barca panel show, Barca Weekly. And guys, more people will be coming through. Guys, make sure to smash up the likes and subscribe. How's everybody doing in the chat and also on the panel? Make sure to smash the likes. This is going to be a good one, bro. The topics, the main two, right? What is wrong with Barcelona right now? And then also, we're going to talk about some transfer rumors and also one specific player who's been actually doing very good in Marcus Rashford. So make sure to smash the likes and subscribe, right? Well, once again, we will have more people coming through, and I am going to plug at the end of the live everybody who has a YouTube channel in the description, right? So, yo, panel, how y'all doing, bro? How you guys doing today, man?
Good, man. Just relaxing. Yankees lost last night. Then the Patriots beat the Bills. Yeah, I'm good for the week,
Oh,
man.
you're a Patriots fan. I forgot,
I'm
bro.
good for
I
the week.
forgot. Yeah, that's crazy. I hear it. What about you, EJ, bro? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Trying to enjoy this international break. Not having to think about Barcelona for a while. So yeah, doing good. No complaints.
Bro. You know what it is, bro. You're saying you don't have to think about Barca for a while, but it's like, bro, I love this club too
Uh,
much, man. I'm trying to watch them.
I'm trying not to think. I might do, but I'm trying not to. It's hard, but I'm trying not to do. So it's just last
I,
couple of games have not been fun. So
yeah. Hey, what about you, Rafiki? How you doing, man?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Barcelona is very lucky that I kind of moved on a little bit. Couple of days later, now I'm kind of cooled down. If this panel was like 2 days later after that game, it would have been a different story. But my heart rate is doing well now, man. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm fine. But we have
Yeah,
a lot
I
to
hear
talk
it.
about. Probably forgot some details as well. What happened in that game? But yeah, and yeah, I'm glad we had the international break, bro. Let's keep it to that.
Yeah, but I have to be real, bro. I hate like entering the international break with an L because it's like, bro,
It
we
is
just
what it
have to sit
is.
Well,
on
that
it,
happened last time as well, and then we came back winning 6-0, like so.
Yeah,
bro.
but
But I'm
at the
telling
same
you, bro.
time, there's a chance that we're gonna go slump again still. So it depends on them.
I mean,
Yeah,
bro, our first game back's Girona. Like, bro, we have to give them like an insane
true,
beatdown,
true.
bro. Girona suck, bro. Like, if we don't win by at least like 3 goals, like, come on, what are we doing? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you say that. Yeah, you can say that they suck, but every
They
game's
have, they have,
different though.
they have a good midfield, though. I'm not gonna lie. They have this kid, the Unai Moroccan player. I really
Yeah,
admire him, and I
yeah,
really like
yeah. He's
him.
really good. I'm like, yo,
I
what the
wish, I
heck?
wish we really got him, like when he was at Marseille. Like people don't understand how good this player is.
Yeah, but again, but he has no spot though in the team though. That's the thing though.
What do you mean? Like no spot with the injuries we have? Like he could have easily played.
Oh yeah,
All right, guys.
did they, are you gonna like put him in the playing thing? We have a hard time like putting Rudy Bargi and everybody in the contract thing
But
in the
we have
play.
we have a crazy, crazy injury rate, man, and we could rest like a Pedri and players in some like useless
Yeah,
games,
yeah, no, you can do that,
See,
but again,
that's the good
yeah,
thing about the international break because, like, bro, Barca have so many injuries. It's not even funny, bro. That's where I'm like, yo,
yeah, they
thank
got no
God we're at
squad.
the international break. And you know what, guys? I just want to ask, let's go to the first topic, right? Obviously, it's a couple days way past now. Barca Sevilla, we lost 4-1. The last time we talked was right after that PSG game. And bro, I genuinely thought we were gonna take all our anger out on Sevilla, but that didn't happen. And we lost, and I couldn't believe my eyes when that third and fourth goal went in. I was like, 2-1's bad enough, man. I mean, guys, what are we saying? Listen, we're gonna not really talk about Sevilla too much, but just like overall, I mean, what's wrong with Barca? Like the last two
We're
games,
off one game. Simple as
I
that.
I'm, I just haven't been. And bro, Andrew, you know what it is, bro. Losing to PSG is one thing, right? You can put it away. They're the best team in the world. They won the Champions League. You can put it
Yeah,
down to other things, but losing to Sevilla, in my opinion, is like, bro, 4-1. Also, not like a 2-1 or a 2-2.
bro, listen, bro. When I was done
yeah.
2-1, I'm like, it might be a long game, bro. A long day for them. I'm like, okay, whatever. If we lose, bro. I'm like, fuck it. Who cares anymore?
Bro, you've been
But
saying the same thing on the WhatsApp, bro. I generally do not understand. Like you seem like you don't like. Why don't you? I don't understand. It feels like you're kind of like you like hiding
What?
your
resigned,
the
yeah.
feelings, or I don't know what it is. Like you keep saying that. You even say
So
that on the WhatsApp, bro. Like are you that frustrated? Like I don't get
What?
it.
Like,
Like you should
what? Like,
care, right? Like it's the team,
bro?
Like
Yeah, yeah,
You're right. But again, if you put everything on Barca all the time, it's not good for you though. It's gonna fucking ruin your week the whole week. That's why I'm not like, I'm not.
No, no, it didn't. It ruined my day that day a little bit, but it's like I'm fine now,
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't
like I
let it
said in the
happen
beginning.
because again, back then I used to be like that kind of fan, like where I used to like
Yeah.
take but then when years pass, when Barcelona like keeps like losing and not showing, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, which
I'm
I
I'm not gonna
understand
like
that. I
take it
understand that if it
So
was like 4 years, 3 years ago, which is like we were like in a very disastrous period, but like now, like they're doing their thing, right? Like it's not like
Not
as bad as
yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
they are, but not fully because again, they're not really
That's true.
fully ready
Hey,
yet.
EJ,
They're
That's
EJ,
true.
jump in, bro. What are
they're
you
like
So,
saying?
going
to,
up.
to answer the question, what's wrong with Barcelona? I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with us. We have a particular system that we play that was very successful a year ago for the most part, right?
Yeah, but
Flick is
just
not
years ago.
Flick. In a year ago, last year, for the most part, it was successful. We won a couple. We won a couple titles. Flick is not going to change the system. So anyone who's advocating for us changing the high line, then you might as well just fire Flick right now.
Exactly.
What I think is happening is that we're not executing the high line perfect. Now, I'm not a full fan of the system itself. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's sustainable long term. But as long as Flick is a coach, we're going to play the high line. So the question is,
Exactly.
how do we play it better? And I think Jonas, I've heard you say a couple of times, and I completely agree with you when it comes to this. We aren't pressing enough. The high line requires several things to go well, and we aren't doing all of those things. And as long as we don't do that, it doesn't matter who plays in our defense. So we're going to leak goals.
Hmm.
So we have to press better. We have to keep possession of the ball, and I have to add this also. The fact that we create a lot of chances is because of the high line. That's the reason we create chances, right? The reason our offense is so potent is because of the high line. Now, that does come with some disadvantages, meaning giving up goals, but we have to execute our game perfectly. It's hard to sustain this all season, but that's what we need to do. I don't I mean people keep trying to criticize our defenders. I think if you have any defender in that system, the same thing is going to happen if you're not pressing appropriately. And that's what needs to be done. I think the forward line has as much to be, the forward line needs to be blamed as much as the defenders.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to say this, guys. You know why? Before I forget, bro, our biggest downfall, guys, it's not. Listen, I understand Dani Olmo has been bad. Do not get it twisted. Araujo made a huge mistake on that penalty. What are you doing? So many guys are playing bad. I'm not gonna lie,
Oh
but
man.
the biggest problem at Barcelona right now is our pressing. And guys, you know what it is? Pressing is the number one big thing at Barca. Like in this Flicks thing, it's like I call it a prerequisite. Like you have to do it. It's like something like
Yeah.
you have to do it.
It's
If you
part of
don't
it's
press
part of the
well in the
basics.
system, that's what happens 4-1 Sevilla. Like the pressing is the biggest issue at Barca, and for some reason, and you know what? Cabarsi called it out, Pedri called it out, Hansi Flick called it out. I don't know why we're not pressing the same way as last season. I just don't get
You
why.
know, I just
Well,
I'm
I'm
just
good. I think part of it is that so in order for the press to work, everyone has to be invested. If you have even one player that's not pressing
was about to say that.
sufficiently, everyone else is not going to motivate. So when you have
Exactly. Yeah.
Lewa on the team and it's not pressing, why should Rashford work hard? Why should Ferran Torres work hard? So everyone has to buy in. So there
Yeah.
cannot be any single player who's not participating. So that's why I'm never a fan of Lewandowski starting. And even Rashford himself, I mean, if you watch him carefully, he presses, but he really doesn't press that well. He's not
Yeah, he
really
doesn't
pressing
go.
as aggressive.
It's not
Yeah,
like the way Rafinha does it. True.
precisely, exactly.
Facts.
I love his talents, but he needs to contribute a little bit more because that affects the entire team.
Yeah, but with Rashford, I could say, you know, he might get away with it a little bit because his first season and stuff, but he needs to press more for sure with more intensity. I feel like sometimes he acts more like he's pressing than rather than he's
It's a
pressing.
show,
It's
exactly.
kind of show,
But like
but
with
it's fine.
I
Like,
feel like with
uh,
Rashford. Okay, go ahead.
yeah. So basically, what I was trying to say is the only thing that I want to see is that when Rafinha comes back and like we have our players back who usually start like Fermin and stuff. If we're gonna do differently consistently, like different games, even if when Lamine comes, people forget like Lamine does play a big role in the in our system as well with pressing because he keeps the ball where it needs to be kept. You know,
Facts.
if you keep losing the ball in front of the goal, then this whole pressing thing is not gonna work because you
Yeah.
also need
You're gonna make the
your
players
players.
tired.
Yes, you need to make those defenders tired, you know, like, but if they're not tired and we keep losing the ball, then the defenders are going to have to, our midfielders are going to have to put more work in trying to receive
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
ball. And then you're going to get Pedri, who's he's gonna be tired by the time the second half starts. He won't
Exactly.
be able
That's
to
why you
control the
need to have
game.
the. Yeah, that's why it's very important to like have the ball most of the time. But if you
Yeah,
lose the ball, if you lose the ball, try to
quick.
press it, but do not lose the ball too much because again, everyone's gonna
Exactly.
get
Yeah,
tired. That's why I said
exactly.
that's why in the group chat that you need the players to you need to have the actual squad to like play it because again, if you're
So
gonna
the
have like
only the,
the same
yeah.
players, it's not gonna work. That's why everyone's gonna die by the 60 minute. They're all gonna die from running.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
I
key for
mean,
us to succeed is also the same key that can make us fail as well if it doesn't work. You
Exactly.
understand what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
yeah,
But
I mean,
it's
guys.
a high risk, high reward system, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
very
yeah.
gimmicky system. I don't personally, again, like I mentioned earlier, long term, I don't think this is the answer, right? We cannot play. There's a reason why Flick's teams tend to fizzle out. This system is very tasking on the players, right? So I don't think this is the answer long term. But for this season, though, this is what we have, right? So we just got to play this best we can.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing though.
Yeah, and we gotta
Yeah,
use
bro.
our brains as well. Like it just feels like we are kind of if don't feel like there's much thoughts into our games anymore. You know, we don't adapt because these kind of games they need to be kind of like you need to learn how to adapt, especially this modern game when you're playing against teams like this. We just don't adapt. We keep doing the same thing, and even when
And,
it fails,
and
we
also,
keep doing it.
So
Like
yes,
you,
but I have to push back on you a little, Rafiki. So when you say adapt, I don't want us adapt. So this, if I much rather we perfect the system than trying to
yeah,
adapt for every single game. So that's why I don't mind this loss by now because when we lose
yeah,
games like this, we perfect the system. Because this is how we're going to play for the rest of the season.
yeah,
We just got to do it much better. Trying to
Yeah,
yeah,
adapt for
yeah,
every single. I think
more
it's
precise
a
when you,
stopgap, right? You know,
yeah,
so the
yeah.
system got us where we are, so we got to live and die by it. You know, so.
yeah, guys.
yeah,
I want to say this real quick, guys. Make sure to smash up the likes, guys. If you haven't liked the stream up already, smash up the likes. But I do want to, before we keep talking about the problem at Barca, which I do think the pressing is the number one problem. I do want to read a couple of comments real quick and just get maybe the panel's opinion on it real quick. Guys, smash up the like, subscribe. Get in the chat also, guys. If you got anything to say, I will be reading the chat from time to time. But big up Leah Ford. He said the team needs a senior center back to command the high line in order for the offside trap to work. And in order to protect the high line, you need a press well. Yes, I agree for the second half with the high line. You got to press well. I have to say this, though. Have you guys noticed that our players, man, they're doing the offside trap so much that, like, like they're
it
jumping. But it's
doesn't
like,
work sometimes.
bro, we're in our they were doing it in the Sevilla game in our own half. And you guys know the rule that on
Yeah,
the like in your own half, there's nothing
Correct. It's not
offside.
offside. Yeah.
It's like I'm like, I think second half it was Kabarsi and Eric, and I'm like, yo, what are you guys doing, bro? The guy attackers are onside, and you're still
yeah,
jumping.
Okay, so
exactly.
automatic to them because that's how they think, right? So automatic. So
Yeah,
you don't have to, there's a difference between playing a high line and the offside trap. We don't have to do the offside. We can still play the high line without trying to catch teams offside, though. And I
yeah,
think Barca Volume talked about this a month or so ago. When you're trying to play the offside trap, right? When the defender runs forward and the other players come the other way, you've already lost you lose momentum, right? So if they beat that trap, you have to then see you're running towards the opposing goal, then you have to turn around and go back again. So I don't think we necessarily have to try playing the offside. We can still play high line without the offside trap. And
yeah, yeah, yeah. You
that
can.
bugs me
Yeah,
about how that's a little tweak that I think could be made that might make a
You know
difference.
what I mean? Bro, I think it's like, bro, it's so drilled into the center backs that
Yeah.
like they're like
yeah,
jumping.
but
You know what I'm saying? Like every single
and also
time.
because of because having Inigo last year was there because Inigo knew right away how to do it. That's why they were able to like got got away some of it. But now that they're stepping up, they're trying to like thinking like, oh, it's the same outside trap. No, it's different now. Like it's like some of them are still lacking experience of how to do it properly compared to like how Andres Cruz and Inigo does it. That's why they're like making all the mistakes on that part of
I
it.
mean, yo, big up Warrior Cooler, right? On the stream now. Hey, I mean, what do you put down? Like, we're just talking right now about what is Barcelona's biggest like weakness? Like, why is Barca playing so bad right now? And for me, I have to say, I genuinely believe it's the pressing. Like, as much as we blame the individuals, of course, Dani Olmo has been really bad. Like, Araujo made the mistake last game. Cabarsi's not been at his best. A lot of guys, bro, Koundé's been playing bad. A lot of guys are playing bad. Like, let's be honest, guys. It's harder to name players who are having good seasons. Only, I think, Eric Garcia. I mean, who else has had a good season? Rashford? I mean,
Rashford is
Pedri,
good.
De Jong.
Pedri.
The young
Juan
young
Garcia
guns.
as well.
Pedri's had a decent season, bro. There's only like 3 or 4 guys who are having, like, you could say, good seasons for themselves. Like, so I think the individual play is definitely a thing, but I think as a collective, I think our pressing has been very bad to start the year,
Very mid
and
so
you
far.
just compare, bro. Guys, I'll just say this. All right, we all have eyes, bro. God blessed us with 2 eyes that work. Bro, look at the way that we played last season, bro. Last season, we were pressing the heck out of Bayern, Real Madrid, all these teams. You know what I'm saying, right?
So often you often hear the saying that eyewitness is the worst form of evidence. I wonder if there's a way. I know there's a particular stat that you could usually see how well a team is pressed. I wonder if we could actually compare our first 10 games this season compared to last year. See how are we actually? It seems like we're not pressing as much as from watching the games. But I wonder if the data actually shows that are we pressing less? Because last season I felt we were pressing much better. Compared to the season. So I would really like to look at those numbers and see objectively, are we actually pressing less than last season? If so, why aren't the players, are they tired? Are they fatigued? Are they just not buying into the system anymore? Because sometimes players can do that, right? If they don't like the
More
system, they're not going to play as well as they're not going to follow the coach's instructions, almost trying to sabotage the coach, And I could see how, this high intensity way of playing could wear on certain players. Fuck this, I don't want to do this anymore. So I'm worried that might be an issue right now, though. Because
Bro, I
too
feel
many
like
players now.
you can say that as well, but at the same time, like some of them are getting more like like more role now, like compared to last season, because they have certain role, but now everybody has to step up, right? So that's why I feel like they're like trying to like step up their game, but at the same time they know what their limits are, and that's also can affect how they play and how they press moving forward again. Because again, if the coach is asking you to do more, then but you can't do it, then yeah, it's gonna be like
I
you
mean,
know
yo, Warrior, hey,
stuck in the
jump
middle.
in, bro. I mean, what are you saying? Like, what
yeah.
would you say is like the biggest problem so far, bro?
I mean, to be honest, I don't want to say. As you guys know, the pressing obviously it starts from the front,
Yeah,
and it since Rafinha has been injured, the pressing has been apparent. It's
going
absolutely
downhill.
garbage, man. It has gone
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
and I don't want to say the press is also only like bad because of one player, but let's be honest, Rafinha is an injury man. This guy is a pressing machine, and his presses alone on that pitch is not only the scoring wise, the GAs, but this guy is just being on the pitch, having the captain Arben on. He actually, I feel like motivate the players to even press even more. So I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like
true.
Because it makes it
For
easier.
sure.
missing Rafinha and even the likes of Fermin Lopez,
Fermin
despite him not
Lopez.
even, and even Gavi on the off the pitch. I feel like when the second half, for example, he could have actually motivated players. I feel like this we only lacking some of the personnel. I feel like there's no like the
Leadership.
highline is still working. I feel like
Yeah, that's the thing
the
though.
only reason that it has been apparent is because of Rafinha has been out and Fermi Lopez, the guy who actually bring intensity on the pitch, are actually missing right now.
It's Rafinha.
So
It
Yeah.
has to be
until
Rafinha, the
when they
starter.
come back, when Rafinha come back and Fermi Lopez after international break, and then if he's still performing this, then it's actually an issue. But as of right now,
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I'm
I'm
telling
actually
you, bro.
wait
You
on
said the
those three
same thing
players
I
to come
said.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, I'm telling
True,
you,
true.
Fermin, Rafinha, and Ferran are the three perfect pressing machines that they
Process.
can
Yeah,
have.
yeah. True, true.
Them
Bec-
three.
And
Them three.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
absolutely.
And Rafinha, like you said, it seems like the team presses better when Rafinha is on the field. It's because as well, like you as a player, just imagine yourself being on that pitch and you see Rafinha running his socks out of the pitch. You'll be like, damn, I need to put more work into this. So it's kind of
Yep.
like the players they kind of see that as well, and they're like if. Like they kind of work for each other. But if everyone is pressing half, then it's like something in the mind as well.
And also like Kunde
Uh,
Sani been
Yeah, I
stepping up
mean,
as
I feel
well.
and
like he
Rafinha is a
motivates the
leader
players.
as well. People don't
Yeah,
understand this guy is a leader. Like
Who?
he's our Rafinha.
Rafinha.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Rafinha
Yeah,
is a leader.
so
Yeah, yeah,
Leader.
he's not like like Messi. Remember Messi, how good he was. Like he was not like someone who
yeah. Vocal.
talks or
Yeah,
he
not
was
vocal.
not as vocal. But Rafinha is not only
Yeah,
the way he plays, but also he just has this South American thing
yeah.
that
Just
we're
pure
really
passion.
lacking. Yeah, we're missing in the team right now.
I
Yeah,
mean, bro. Also, I gotta say this, guys. Like, I know defense has been an issue, bro. I feel like nobody's talking. I think offense has been an issue too. Like
yeah,
Barcelona,
it
hear me
is
out.
as well.
It sounds crazy, but we can see the ball a lot, bro. Like in possession, bro. we concede, like we cough up the ball a lot in bad areas. Like Koundé coughs off the ball a lot, man. I think
That was awful
that
also.
Dani Olmo has been very, like, he's been a turnover machine. I don't know what's happened, bro. Guys,
No, man,
I can't
Dani
lie.
Olmo.
I'm so disappointed in Dani Olmo, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
He lost
same
his
as me.
confidence. He lost his
ah,
confidence. You can see it as well.
Yeah,
you think so?
But
Yeah,
so
yeah,
this
for
is so
sure.
yeah, he kind of did.
He's
Yeah.
feeling the
the
pressure.
thing. Yeah, I think there's a certain loss of confidence with Dani Olmo. But what I don't, people are calling for him to be benched. I think that's the worst thing could possibly do, because I mean he's a very talented player. We know that. He
Yeah,
needs to play his way out of this funk. Benching him
true.
right now is going to affect us long term. We don't
Yeah,
have. We
Yeah.
know. I know we try to say Fermin Lopez is a very good player. He's not Dani Olmo. He doesn't have the technical abilities that Dani Olmo has. So I'm much.
Yeah.
If we bench Olmo right now, and the same goes to Kubarsi, so we're going to destroy their confidence. These are long-term players
Yeah.
for Barcelona. We gotta give them a
But
chance
you
to
have to
play
bench him
their play
sometimes,
their
though.
way out of this funk. You know, so
He
I
did
so
get called. He did
we
get
know
called for
Olmo has
Spain.
the ability. We know that. You know,
Yeah,
so
but
No,
the
but
thing is,
like
give.
my point is, like, how can Dani Olmo, like, why is he
you gotta
playing
keep playing.
so,
You
like,
gotta keep playing
I
him.
can't defend this. I look, guys, I'm be real.
Did
I'm not gonna be revisionistic and say why we buy him. I think that's too far.
yeah,
He's a
But
that's too
good
far.
player.
I,
But
I
did he
think,
get a
bro,
call? Did he get
last
a
season
call up
Dani
for the
Olmo was
Spain?
good, bro. Go ahead, Rafiki.
Wait, did he get
Yeah.
called
Did
to
he
Spain?
did he get
I'm not
get
sure.
a
I don't think.
called for Spain?
I'm
No
not
way,
sure.
bro. No
That would be
way, no
crazy,
way,
bro,
no
because
way. I
he's a starter for Spain usually, you know?
But
Yeah.
guys, remember, it's we've only played 8 games this season. It's too early in the season,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, look what Kylian Mbappe was shit the first part of last season,
Oh
right? You
man.
don't just mean
Crazy.
when a player has the ability that you know and it's proven that he has that ability, give him a chance, man. So I think it's too
Yeah,
early to
but
start
EJ
calling.
though, EJ,
Yeah.
but you have to understand though, they live in Europe though. The way they think of football sports is different compared to us in America though.
But yeah, I agree absolutely. Yep, I totally agree with
Yeah,
you,
that's
NJ.
why.
It's a very entitled mentality in Europe that we have to win all the time. No, you don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You don't.
exactly.
You know.
That's the difference, bro,
You know you
between
don't.
Europe
You
and
know
America.
it's a very silly.
Nah,
Yeah,
no, that
But
as well. But
I,
it's still like the thing is with
yeah.
Omo, we all know it's his confidence, and you never know. It might take he might just need one game, and then he'll
Mm.
get his mojo
But
back. You know, like
Rafiki, I thought that game was against Getafe where he scored. I was like, okay, it's over.
yeah.
mm,
But then, bro, it wasn't that game, bro.
nah,
I'm
bro, come
real.
on, let's be honest. That goal, man, come on, like
What
Bro,
goal?
it
but
was
even any
it
Nah,
goal,
was not
but
like
even the assist to Pedro Torres, the back
yes,
heel,
That's
no,
even
no,
ridiculous.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
true.
Omo.
But
Omo can
everyone
do
was
stuff
playing.
like that.
Everyone was playing well in that game. There's a reason why we won 6-0. You know, like
Nah, but that game, well, it was 3-0 only,
No,
I think.
Getafe 3-0. It was 3-0.
But it
Almost
was
got
only
his
also
second
3-0.
Getafe.
goal.
So that was a
But
3
guys,
0 game, man.
even the first 30 minutes against PSG. So we know Barcelona at its best could be a very effective team. Now it's hard to maintain that intensity all game, but we have that ability. So I think I'm not too worried just yet, you know. And I'm much rather we
Nah,
have
me,
these
me too.
hiccups
Me
right
too. Right
now
now,
than
exactly.
in
Yeah.
May, right? So we could fix it. So I haven't totally lost confidence yet in
Yeah.
this
No.
team.
No. Either. Same.
I mean, okay, guys, I have to say this, okay, bro, because I made like a rant video after the PSG. I thought, bro, you know why the PSG game, the Sevilla game one, that hurts too. But I mean, I'm like, it's our house. We're Barcelona, and we couldn't touch the ball for so long in that second half that it's like, bro, once we got the ball, PSG, they pressed us, and we went another 10 minutes without even stringing 5 passes in a row. It felt like, honestly, bro, that was a humbling of all humblings. That was like men against boys. Like, I couldn't
It showed
believe
you,
it.
man. It showed you, like, that they can win football. Like, doesn't have to play the right way. You just have to score.
So I
That's
have
where
a
the
question.
mentality.
Nah,
So
but the,
what? So people often say like Luis Enrique made certain adjustments at halftime. I mean, I don't pretend to be a football tactician or whatnot. I'm just a fan. What adjustment did Luis Enrique made
Oh,
in the second half,
okay.
specifically that made them dominant in the midfield?
So basically, what happened is, right. Like, how like Lamine was cooking Mendes, right, in the first half.
Hmm.
What Enrique did was to like protect Mendes with some pressing, like, like and like whoever the, like, midfielders and the wingers to help him against Lamine Yamal. Then when they shut down Lamine Yamal, that's when they allowed Nuno Mendes to play. That's why
I
the
feel
Nuno Mendes. That's why you saw Nuno Mendes was cooking in the second half because of that.
no, but I feel like it was more than Nuno Mendes, to be honest. I feel like they were more brave with the ball and they were easily just breaking Barcelona's press even more,
Yeah, because
just
they,
passing it
they
True.
they
around.
were
And
helping. They were helping Nuno
that's
Mendes.
made
That's
even
why.
that's why I think the intensity went down with Barcelona fans, players, because they didn't even try to even press them anymore because they knew it
Because
was
Kundi got cooked as
pointless.
well in that game.
Barca, PSG fans, I feel like Luis Enrique told them just be more comfortable with the ball. Just you guys can easily break the press easily. You guys have the quality. I think that he just gave them confidence, and they
True.
were
True.
just. If you guys, Vitinha had so much pace in the second half. Barcelona players had enough. They couldn't even press them anymore because they knew they were just gonna use a lot of energy,
Yeah,
and that's why Barcelona
it,
players
it was
just
Nuno
sat
Mendes and
down,
Vitinha
and
that
then
changed it.
PSG was just dictating the
You know
game
what it
in the
is
rest
though,
of the game.
but my thing is that we're not even making the chances. Like, remember last season? I remember we used to make so many chances. Like every single 5 minutes we'll get a chance, and I feel like offensively we're not like, bro, we're in gear one, bro. Like Barcelona can be way better offensively. We've seen the same manager, same players, and I don't know what it is. Our build-up play hasn't been as good, hasn't been as quick. Our
They just have the better
combinations,
players
like,
right now.
and like our
Better
players, I feel
personnel.
like a lot of players are like sleepwalking. Like I feel like I hope it ends because now we're 2 months into the season, but it's like our players are not at their best. So many of them, like I'm seeing Koundé cough up the ball a lot. It's
Yo, he
like
got
Kunde.
cooked. He got cooked in that
Yeah,
game.
Kunde. I don't know what happened to Kunde either, man. I
I
swear,
like
like
Koundé, bro.
I just
I
don't
can't
recognize
believe
him. I might like him as well, which is makes me even more disappointed. You know, like oh man, there was one time he fell down with this new kid. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah, he
his
got
name. I
cooked,
don't
bro.
remember. And I was like, oh man, Kunde, what's going on with you, bro? Like he was struggling there, man. Like he was.
Yeah,
I think
but
like he
again,
almost asked to
Rafiki
be
though.
changed.
Yeah, but Rafiki, he had that what like in Inigo or Kubarsi beside him that game, and that game was what Eric Garcia, him, and what Kubarsi. So
Yeah.
that's like losing, big experience
Yeah,
on a big night, right? So
but
yeah,
right before
Yeah,
that
he was
PSG game,
struggling.
he was actually cooking. Newcastle game, he was top three
Oh,
yeah,
players in
yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah,
in
True,
the
true,
game.
true.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's true.
So
Newcastle
That's
because
true.
up until that
that's
PSG
different.
game, he started the season on the wrong
very
foot, in
good.
my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, he was
He was kind of
true.
bad, in my opinion, when he
Just
started first the
just
season,
that
and then
game.
I mean,
Newcastle, he was amazing, and then Getafe, I feel like he was absolutely amazing, and then PSG
He's
game
still
came.
like he's still like trying to catch up from
to
from
to
from, from
answer
his
your trans to answer your question about our offense, we still have to realize. I mean, a big part of offense. Yeah, I mean Lamar. I mean, Lamine Yamal. Right, that's a big part of our offense. And Lamine has not really played that many games yet. Number one, so he hasn't really reached his peak yet. So I mean, we cannot dismiss the absence of a very significant player on our team when we talk about the
yeah.
offense. It's
You're
almost, if
right.
you take Kylian Mbappe out of Real Madrid, the
Oh yeah.
offense looks totally different, right? So now having Lamine Yamal, that's a big part of how offense playing. And also Lewandowski has dropped significantly, significantly. He scored
Yeah,
42
but
goals
again,
last year.
But you
That's a
know what?
big part of
Hold on,
our offense
EJ.
also. So
EJ, I have to say this, guys. Make sure to smash up the likes. And funny enough, EJ mentioned Lewandowski because the next thing that I want to talk about actually is should he be starting for Barcelona? Because I have to say it, hot take. I know it sounds crazy because I'm not even Ferran's biggest fan. I think Ferran should be a starter over Lewandowski. I know a lot of people might hate the take. You know, a lot of the fan base killed Ferran, including me at times. But I don't think Lewandowski has the legs to play this high
no.
press.
Here's my
I don't
point
think
though.
he has
Here's
he
the
my point
legs.
doesn't.
with it.
That's
Here's
the
my
thing.
point with it.
And bro, it's as much as we try to hide him in the press and all this. I'd rather have Lewandowski, and it sounds harsh, but hear me out, guys. Trust. All right. I'd rather have Lewandowski as like a Luke De Jong, and I want to see Ferran
Yeah,
start, bro. I don't
I
think
agree with you
Lewandowski
though.
I
can
feel
have.
like, can I
Yeah.
say
So
this?
listen though.
Yeah.
Look, can I say first though? So
Okay, okay.
so I don't mind starting Ferran against mid-table clubs because again, because last season we overplayed Lewandowski against the mid-table clubs as well, and look what happened in the later March, right? So that's why I don't mind Lewandowski starting in the big games because again, if we're gonna have a big run this season again, you need Lewandowski in the latter stage of the season. So I don't mind Ferran starting against what like 12 to 18 teams, like I don't mind that because again, 'cause it's gonna help Ferran as well to be like game ready as well, right? And in case if Lewandowski starts, you can bring Ferran and Ferran can score the bang winner. So that's why I don't mind. I don't mind Lewandowski don't start in like those big games only because that's what we paid Lewandowski for against the big teams as well, right? So I don't mind him starting in the against big teams, and I don't mind Ferran starting against the lower teams.
But hear me out. I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
want Lewis starting against big teams. I think it limits our offense significantly. When you watch certain games, you're going to notice when we counter attacking, when Lewis at the 9, there's a lot of space behind him. We don't play the ball into the space, but he can't run into it. It limits our offense significantly, So no, even for big games, I don't want, especially for big games, I don't want Lewis
you
starting.
need Leo
I want him
for
to
Dani Olmo. You need Dani Olmo for
come
that. That's
again.
what to work. You need Dani Olmo for Lewandowski. That's why it will work out. But if you're gonna have Fermin and Lewa, it's not gonna work.
I mean, bro, I'll just say this, guys. I think Lewandowski, I think he's past it, bro. Maybe he can scam a 25 goal season, but
Come on.
I don't, bro, guys. As a starter, bro, I'm be real.
Not for Barcelona.
I'd rather have Ferran
I feel like that. I was seeing something going around, which is crazy. Like with just Raphinha on the left and Rashford on the striker, because I feel like Lamine passes
Flick
into the
has
space a lot.
Flick is actually, I read an article not too long ago that Flick is actually considering that when Raphinha comes back, to play Rashford as a 9. And I think that's a much, much better look than having Lewandowski as a 9. Rashford and Ferran could rotate at the 9. So Rashford as a 9, Raphinha on the left wing. I think that's a much, much more stable team, offensively and defensively, than having Lewandowski at that position.
I feel like it's too. I don't want to say this, but I really like Lewandowski. But I feel like it's kind of too early to discredit the guy. Let's be honest. The guy actually started the season with injury, and the first time he came back was against Real Sociedad, and he scored. I feel like, and even Valencia, he came on as a substitute. So the guy has not found his fitness level yet, and we have not seen Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Raphinha. Have you even seen them start together this season? So it's kind of early to say he's not. So it's kind of too early for me to say.
But there are other things.
washed.
But there are things we know about Lewandowski though that we know affects how we play. We know he cannot press, and we know our system requires pressing, as we mentioned earlier already. We know he cannot run, so we can't really counterattack that effectively with him. So we already know these things. This is not going to change, right? So I long term, I do not. If we're going to try to be competitive, Lewis as a starter, I'm not sure that's the way to go, guys.
Let me say.
But I guess that game against Real Madrid is gonna say a lot.
Because, you know what it is. I have to. I think.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I just wanted to say, like, how much can we tolerate, like, when it comes to losing a game before that game against Real Madrid, for us to realize that this is disturbing now, without saying, using as an excuse, like, hey, the season just started. Like, how many games can we still tolerate to lose before the Real Madrid game?
No, but I mean, I hear it. Like, I hear Rafiki, but my thing is, like, when I'm saying I'd rather start Ferran, and guys, I know a lot of people might think it's uncomfortable and it's like weird and like, what are you talking about? Ferran's gonna sell you. I understand Ferran is an inconsistent finisher, but dude, Ferran outside of finishing, bro. Ferran and Lewandowski, Ferran's actually a better player at this stage of their career. Ferran's more mobile. He's more athletic. The guy has a better touch. The guy
will create more chances with him.
Play.
On the counter,
I don't think he has better touch. I don't think he has better touch, bro.
No, better and decision making. And decision making. His decision making is not as good as Lewa, bro. Like he just he goes for the goal. And he's so hungry for the goal instead of just looking around him.
But we create a lot more chances with Ferran Torres. So it takes off the pressure off our defense. When we play Ferran, we actually create. We may not make. We're actually creating chances. When Leo was on the team is so static. It's painful to watch. It's brutal to watch him play.
No, it is, bro. Sometimes when Lewandowski's on the pitch, and it's like
brutal. Passenger sometimes,
Bro,
it's so static.
It feels like I'm watching the game in slow motion. Like,
yes,
it's crazy, bro. It's like nothing's happening.
Yeah, it is true, though. It is.
It's like, bro,
which is true. Yeah, we cannot.
Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna run around and like make the defenders run. I know. But he's still gonna give you that box. He's still gonna give you that box presses. I mean, let's be honest. Ferran Torres, he's gonna give you all the pressing. But when the cross comes, most of the time he's already running around. He's not even like his position is not even that good most of the time. The same goes for Rashford. He's gonna give you that like center back. He's gonna give you that fluidity. But when he plays with low block,
but when you But if you have Leo just waiting for crosses, what happens if Lamine is not crossing accurately, or if we don't have the players to cross to him?
Yeah, then
And
you're
everything just
doomed. Yeah.
stops. Which is
Hey,
like,
bro,
He's right. He's right.
So we
Let-
can
let-
agree,
the
like
game, though.
Lewandowski,
the game, man.
like we can play
It's
Lewandowski
dependent.
some certain games, and then
Yeah,
Torres
maybe,
certain games.
He's dependent on
all
Lamine
depends.
and Rafinha with their crosses.
yes.
On that,
Yeah,
for sure.
but again,
But-
bro, but it depends on the game. I saw like it shows you like no matter how good you are, we're not gonna be perfect at that. So some players will have
True.
their pros and cons.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, I hear it, but I'm just saying. I think Ferran at this stage. I know. Okay, here. Let me read this comment. Bro said, "You are not okay. Ferran's first touch is so bad, and scores 1 goal, but he misses 5 chances." The thing is, bro. Big up Abdelaziz, bro. The thing is, bro, is that Lewandowski offers me nothing, bro. Like outside of tap-ins and let's be honest, and penalties, and he's not even scoring his penalty, bro. When it matters. He's offering me nothing, and he can't
Exactly,
run.
yeah.
He can't move. Like it's
Exactly,
like, bro.
Maybe we
look,
can use him in the Champions League. Mostly.
yeah, bro. I would have Lewandowski as a bench player who comes off like Luke de Jong, bro. Like, guys, you know how Luke de Jong started, right? He was starting games. He was not good. We put him on the bench, and then he became a super sub, and he was scoring goals, bro. Like,
The
that's
only
why-
reason
became
is
a
because
co-hero.
we were just cross hooping the ball because he's tall. Like, oh,
We
man.
had no
Ronald-
creativity
Ronald-
whatsoever.
Ronald Koeman was only using Luke de Jong because he was tall. He actually
Yeah, but then,
no other
game
reason.
though. He
And he's
was
Dutch.
scoring as goals though.
Yeah, and he's Dutch.
bro. I'll
Yeah.
take that. I'll
Game's
take
game.
that. Well,
Yeah,
hold up,
game
guys.
is
Let me read this comment, right, by Rafa, because it's actually pretty interesting. All right, he said, "Test Yamal as a false 9 and play Rafinha as in Rashford as
Yeah, you
the
can,
two
you can
wingers."
say that though. You can
I
say
think
that,
it's
but
too
again,
early, bro. I don't think
He
he's
said
Early,
the
saying
yeah.
same
Get
thing,
injured.
bro.
He's gonna get
I don't
injured
think false
doing
9
that.
for Yamal,
He's
bro.
gonna
I
get
think
injured.
I
He's gonna
think
get injured.
I don't think so. You know what it is,
Yeah,
guys?
he's
I
gonna get a
know
lot
if
of
you guys,
tackles.
if you haven't played football and like you don't know, I don't blame you first of all. But when you're in the middle of the pitch, you get kicked a lot more than when
Exactly,
you're out
like
wide.
Dani Olmo, Pedri. Look at Pedri when he was playing
Exactly.
for 10
Look at
before.
those guys.
He got injured a lot. The next thing
And
you know,
I don't want to
Flick put
even
him
put
in the
Rashford in number 9 as well.
You don't want
Nah,
Rashford.
bro. Let's give it a
No,
try, bro.
you're
You know
gonna
what?
Once.
Rashford. If you put in number 9, you're gonna eliminate
Bro,
a lot of his games, man.
he said
I
it
don't know.
himself, bro. He
He,
feels like a
he
number
said his
9.
own mouth he does not like playing number 9
Yeah, he
when he
said
was in
that.
United.
He
So
doesn't
I don't
like
know
it.
why
He
you
doesn't
wanna
play number
why
9.
we
He don't
wanna
play number 9,
shoehorn him.
bro. And
Why do you wanna shoehorn him in the wrong position anyway? He's good as a
but he's
winger.
not.
He can play left or right.
He's not a number 9,
He's
bro.
effective on those positions, by the way. He's effective because
And he needs to
he's a
get the free
pacey.
kicks, bro. I cannot watch another free kick
Yeah,
from
he
him,
needs to,
bro.
and his free kick. We need to start giving him free kick. By the way, he
Bro.
got ball
Bro,
striking ability.
Yo, must give him the penalties too, bro. Honestly, bro. Dude, what was that penalty the other day?
Why
Yo,
not?
give him the penalties
I
also,
thought
bro.
that's what I thought he's supposed to take the penalty
Yeah,
against
he was playing good. He was playing
Valencia.
good that game. You know, one
Yeah.
thing I
Yeah.
noticed about our team, I just feel like they don't. Sometimes they just need to look at the momentum. Like, hey, Rashford, you're having a good game. The rest of us is just
Yes,
playing shit.
yes,
Get the ball,
that's a
you
good
know.
point.
That's what some other teams do, but somehow with us, we are like
Like,
kind of.
I mean,
I don't know.
it's Barcelona. What do you expect?
Yeah, I mean Lewandowski is still like the main penalty taker, so I don't.
But
I don't
he's
think
smart
he can-
enough. He has so much
You know,
experience. Man.
Yeah.
I do not want to play starting up with Rashford, Yamil, and then Lewandowski because none of them are presser. They cannot press. I do not want to see all three of them play forward. By the way, because we lose a lot of pressing. They don't press.
Yeah.
Yamil don't
Yeah.
press.
It's not lying.
Rashford don't press.
That's facts, man. That's
He's not
true.
lying either, bro. He's actually spinning facts.
No,
bro.
it's facts,
Yeah,
man.
it's-
That's true,
that's
man.
true.
That's why.
Bro,
that's why
you know what it
that's
is,
why
bro?
Ferran, Fermin- Yeah, that's why
Bro,
Ferran
at least
Fermin, bro.
Lewandowski has an excuse. The guy's old and bro, why is Yamal and like Rashford like these guys do like the half-hearted
Yeah, but-
press?
But
You know what
Lamine
I'm
was
saying?
pressing though last year. He was way more defending. I don't know what's going on this year. Like, I think he's
That's
started
before he
taking
became
his
a,
head.
he wasn't that's before he became Ballon d'Or candidate. Now he's a big boy
Yeah.
now, you know. So he
Now
can't,
he's
he
a
can't be
big-
doing stuff
You know,
like
how come
pressing.
he's
He's too
full
big
of
for
shit,
that, you
so
know.
that's why.
Oh my days.
I'm
That's the
Lamine
only
Yamal, I
thing.
don't press. What are you talking about? I'm a
Bro,
star.
I
you
hate
know?
it.
I'm gonna be honest.
Bro, sometimes
You
he
guys-
gets the ball. Sometimes he gets the ball. Sometimes I just look at him. He gets the ball, he passes, and then he walks away like he did something big, bro. Which
It's
is
like Neymar.
crazy. Yeah,
What-
like
What do you expect from
Yep.
from an 18-year-old kid? But they're still thinking that they're the big shot. I mean, he is
Yep.
a big shot, but again, but he needs to like, calm
no,
down,
no,
bro.
he's not yet. He ain't want to. As a matter of fact,
No,
if he
but
keeps
he's
going
thinking
like
like that,
this,
though.
wallah,
He's
he's
thinking
gonna
like
be
that.
the biggest joke of the whole century. People are gonna be shocked.
No, he will
He's
be.
gonna end up not winning
He's gonna
anything.
keep talking.
No. Hopefully,
Because he's gonna keep
Bro,
talking.
even
Though, that's why.
Mbappe when he won the World Cup at I don't know, he was 18 or something. He was not acting like this, bro. But this
But
guy,
you
like,
know,
because
the
he made
thing
it.
with
That's
Mbappe
why.
was after the 22 when he was playing with Neymar and Messi, he was not. He was like Lamine Yamal right now.
Yeah,
He
he was
was
doing
just
that
walking
stuff.
around,
yeah, that's true.
attitude.
Yeah,
But
that's
at least
true.
he won
But
the
he won.
World Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he won the World Cup, and he
But
was
Lamine won
crazy
the
in
Euros.
2022 against Argentina, bro. He
No,
was
you
steering
know
that
what?
whole team.
Yeah.
You know
Bro,
what?
I'm
Lamine
be
needs
real though.
he needs vets in his team, bro. He needs like experienced players to be with him because he can't be playing with the same age that much. Because you gotta balance that. You gotta balance that team with experience, young, and vets. You know,
Yeah, I
But
No,
think
to get it
I
sometimes.
agree.
together.
But can I say Lamine Yamal actually compensate with offensively though what he does? He's
exactly.
our best attacker.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
he
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
at least
He's saving his
if some
energy.
of the
He's
attack,
saving energy. I
yeah,
kind of understand.
yeah.
That's
No,
Yeah,
but
true.
That's
that's
why
my
I.
thing.
That's why
you
I.
can also think outside of it too. You know, you can't just
That's why.
you can always just say in the offense only. You gotta always think about the whole package yourself. Like you can't just be so good, but then outside you
That
can just be a one
But
animal outside. No, you can't do
NJ
that.
is very hard though. It's very hard to do both, bro. Let's be honest.
I
It's
know
true.
it's
I
It's
really
true.
think
hard.
it's yes, it's very hard.
Jules
Yeah.
could actually have to do the dirty work for Lamine Yamal. Let's be
Yeah,
honest,
he
because
does. He does.
if he tries to track back every time, and then he
No, no,
doesn't
no,
have
no,
enough energy to dribble
no,
past
no, no,
players
no,
now.
no.
You
That's
know,
not my
All
some
right,
point.
minute.
that's a good
That
point.
wasn't my
Yep.
point. That wasn't my point. I'm saying like like during the game, like you can do whatever you can, but again, outside the pitch, you gotta control yourself. As well, I said.
Well,
I
outside
wasn't
the
talking.
pitch, I don't care to be honest.
Bro,
So
hey,
this is
big,
why
big,
I don't think. I don't long term. That's why I don't think this Flick system is going to be good for Yamal long term, because it's going to require too much of him
too much running.
But you need
to
like
participate in
players to
pressing
surround
and
them. That's the thing, though.
come again.
You're
We're gonna
gonna
become predictable.
you're gonna like
Predictable balls, I don't think it's sustainable, because when you have a player
Yeah.
like Yamal that's just a brilliant offensive player, but if you ask him to do that much pressing, which is required for the system, I don't think it's sustainable.
yeah, it's
So
not.
It's
But again,
very,
but
it's
as
physically
long as you
demanding.
surround
It's a
them
very
with the right
demanding system
players,
For all the
physically.
players.
I have
For
to
all the
say this
players.
though, like guys, at least like Warrior also said, at least Lamine Yamal, even if he's not pressing the absolute best, bro, the guy can
Well,
compensate it with a Travella pass, any
exactly.
playmaker dribbling, bro. Now we look at the other two. You know what? Rashford's playing well. I can't even be that mad at him, bro. My thing, and I'm not trying to hate on Lewandowski once again, but dude, what are you giving me
yeah,
outside of like tap-ins, bro? Like I
just say it, bro. You
understand.
hate him, bro. Just say it,
Bro,
bro.
bro, bro.
I
It
mean,
sounds like I hate it, but I'm being
What you
real. At
talking,
least,
bro?
hold up.
that,
If we compare
What you talking?
Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal, at least Lamine Yamal is going to offer so much to the game. He's going to give me
yeah.
passing, dribbling, crossing, so many things that offensively, like Lewandowski can't do. You know what I'm saying?
I
It
really
is what
want
it
to
is, man.
look back at the Bayern days, man. I'm really interested to see how he used to press when he was playing for Bayern, because
No,
I
no,
feel like
because you have the
Lewandowski was
players.
never this guy who actually run that much, in my opinion. So I
Yeah,
really
but
think he was.
he was faster in his transition, but now he just got slower.
Yeah, he probably is slower now. I
You
can't lie.
you
Yeah.
could compare him a little bit with like just the way Kane plays right now. He was way much faster than now. Now it like, looks like a slow motion, bro. But
Yeah,
he
But,
used to
but
be
again,
Kane
fast.
gives,
though, he
Kane
had
is
the
a playmaker.
players.
But
He
Kane's
had
a
the players
playmaker,
to
though.
But
Kane
Lewandowski
contributes
did
in
the
other
same
ways to the
though.
team.
Bro,
Come
he
Lewandowski
again?
used to do the same thing.
had the
Lewandowski
Iron
used to
Yeah,
do the
but
same thing.
right now, though,
Ribéry.
Kane right now, even though he's very slow, and Kane has been slow. Kane was never a very rapid player, but
Yeah,
Kane
I
can
know.
actually go back into the midfield and contribute to the offense in general. That's what differentiates Kane from Lewandowski. Lewandowski is a poacher. That's all he does, and that's not what we
Yeah,
need
I
in
hear it.
Barcelona right now.
But guys,
And then
I do want
also,
to ask you guys
yo,
this because, funny enough, we're talking about strikers, right? Lewandowski, let's be honest, we know it's going to be his last year.
yeah, it will be.
Barcelona, they are linked with another striker, and it is Sergio Guirassy. I mean, chat, Sergio
January
Guirassy,
already.
yes or no? And also to the panel, what are you guys saying about Sergio Guirassy? I mean, he's the first striker that I'm seeing Barca actually be linked with, like proper links, like not like no Fugazi, Julian Alvarez has come. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like an actual link close to Hansi Flick. Apparently, Sergio Guirassy is the
And
number
he
one
presses,
right
you
now.
know.
Yeah, and
he's good,
you know,
bro. He's
I
good.
watched him against
Crazy,
Barca.
bro.
Like, you know what I
He's
will
like an
say?
African.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'll give my take real quick, and then you guys can say whatever you guys think. In my opinion, Sergio Guirassy, I'm cool with it. Cause hear me out. I know a lot. He's not the popular name. It's not Julian Alvarez. It's not a
Yeah,
bling
it's
bling
some
type of
Barca way,
player.
bro.
But Sergio Guirassy, I think he's a guy that if he comes in, Barcelona fans later down the year are gonna be like, "Yo, what a player we got!" Like, bro,
Yeah,
remember everybody
he's a type of
hated
player.
Luke De Jong until Luke De Jong started scoring game winners. Like, this is what
But
happened.
he's better than Luke De Jong, bro. This player.
Way better, way better.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing with Guirassy, right? Like, Like he's the type of striker where like the Barca always sign like those kind of size strikers. We don't sign like superstar like like those kind of strikers, but we sign those underrated strikers that we turn them as a superstar. Because again with Guirassy, like I feel like in his early days he's so bad. Then through the years of experience he became better and better and better. Like for me, he won't be like a fan favorite right away, but once he he gets the game plan, yeah, he will become a fan favorite for sure. I
And
feel
you
like
know what
that's
it is?
what.
Let me say this real quick with Sir Guirassy, right? Then I'm gonna let you guys speak. With Guirassy, he can do everything Lewandowski
Yeah,
can,
he can.
and he's more athletic. And he has, bro, what I seen from him versus Real Madrid and Barcelona, he has a better first touch right now. So I think Guirassy is a better first touch. He's more athletic, and he can do everything Lewandowski can do, if not more right now. And I know a lot of people will love Lewandowski, but Guirassy right now is the better striker. Guirassy just not at Barcelona. That's the truth.
Yeah.
But the
So,
question is, how are they gonna perform against low block teams? Because the thing is, strikers when they most teams we face, they just go very low. Like we just don't know
Yeah.
I
how
mean,
it's gonna be.
to be
Yeah,
honest,
I
yeah,
he's very
yeah.
tall. He can actually be winning
29
headers and
years
everything.
old.
He's physical, bro. He's a
He's
fucking beast,
20.
bro.
We don't have a finite amount of resources at Barcelona, and spending $65 million in a 29-year-old striker, I don't think is the way to go.
It's
We
29
have other
nowadays.
parts. 29. There are other parts of the team. Left back, for instance, we have Gerard Martin. Oh God.
Yeah, but again, though, like EJ.
Our left back position is far more significant to the success for our
Yeah,
team
that's
than a
fair enough. Yeah.
striker. If Pedri gets injured, we should just end the season right now. End it. Right. So we have
Yeah, but
other
EJ
parts
though.
for our team that we need to address. And given that we don't have a limited amount of resources, spending $65 million in a striker means we're not spending that money somewhere else in the team. And the Guirassy guy, the 29-year-old guy, who I don't, it's not a Barcelona player. It's not. I wouldn't
He is,
spend
bro.
that money.
He's a type of
29. I thought
striker.
he
He's
was.
a type of
Bro,
striker that we
can I
sign.
say this? I really like him, bro. The guy, the more he aged, the more he actually feel like he's getting better.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
guys,
Yo,
if
he
you
gets better
actually
and
even look
better.
at his earlier years, he was playing for Rennes. He was playing in the second division in France. He was playing for Stuttgart. The more he got older, the more he actually became more
Yeah,
lethal.
those kind of
But
players. Late
65
bloomers.
million is an issue for
No,
me.
late bloomers.
At,
Yeah, it's a
Late
lot of
bloomers.
money.
the fact that his age is not
Bro,
a
age is
problem for
age,
me.
man.
I feel
Like,
like he could give us, entries, or he could give us like 5 years at least. I think so. But
yeah, at least 4 or 5.
the 65 million, I don't.
Again, bro. Warrior.
So I
Yeah,
mean, it's are you
and last
are
and
you
listen,
guys trying to tell me a team like Barcelona without scouting that we cannot find some other 23-year-old guy to spend that money on? Then
I mean, the
Guirassy, that's lazy. That's
last time we
insane.
tried
Come
was
on.
Vitor
Wait,
Roque.
question though. Like you say that,
The guy
but
went
are
back to
you
Brazil, bro.
are you willing to pay? Are you willing to pay 150 for that one guy? Then if it's gonna be a 23-year-old, if we need some,
If you having to pay 150 for 23, that's already known star. That's how everyone knows about already. We have scouting. Find someone to spend 65 on
bro,
this 29-year-old dude when we
bro,
have to have other parties. If we had unlimited funds, fine. We don't, right? We don't have that much money. So whatever money we have to spend it judiciously. And a
okay,
striker is not. I don't think that's the best way to spend the money, particularly this striker.
It's gonna be the striker
Can I
next
say
season.
this? We actually right now we don't need a young unknown striker. As of right now, we
Exactly, yeah.
need a
We need
ready-made
actually-
striker because Lewandowski
Yeah.
is gonna go. We cannot rely on Ferran Torres,
Yeah.
to be honest. We need a
Can we-
ready-made striker.
Can we not though? So Ferran Torres did not do that bad last season. Ferran
Yeah,
Torres
you're
has
right.
not
Yeah,
done.
you're
He's
right.
Yeah,
he's
but-
not, he hasn't done
need
that.
another
So
striker.
if you let's say if Lewandowski gets injured, well, let's say we have Ferran Torres to replace him. When Balde gets injured, we have that pretender Martin, who's not a Barcelona player, replacing him. To me, that's a much more significant hole in our
No,
team
yeah, I agree.
than a
Yeah,
striker.
no, I agree.
I agree,
Again,
AJ,
we
but
agree,
that's not the point now. The point we're talking about is a potential striker. I know
Yeah, for next
striker is
season.
actually not one of the most important position we actually need. As you mentioned, we need a left back and even
Left back. We
midfielders
need a
and
left
even
back and a
defenders.
striker.
But that's what I'm saying. So if we
But-
spend that money on a striker, then we cannot get a quality left back. It's an opportunity cost, right? So
Okay,
by
then
getting this
question though.
striker, that means
So
you're
question
not
though.
going to fill that other position.
Yeah, I agree,
that's my
but that's the
we
point
agree with
is
you, but again-
eventually, if we're going for a striker, if Barcelona are
of
willing
course,
to spend a
absolutely, yeah.
striker, Girassi,
No, but
65
bro,
million.
like,
Ferran Torres is not gonna be a striker for me. That's gonna carry us
For
in
the
the
long
next
run,
season.
he's there until Flick's there. Once Flick leaves, he leaves as well.
bro,
That's
bro,
how.
guys. The day that Flick is announced that he's leaving Barca, bro, Ferran's coming with him. Ferran, you're leaving with him because, bro, I'll be so real. Ferran before, guys, we have to sell our players at a high. I'm telling you, these attackers before Flick, we were not talking this way, bro. Like,
Exactly,
once
that's the
Flick,
thing, though. Yeah, like,
bro, I
like,
know. So, but with me, Ferran under Flick, I actually like. I don't, guys. I have to be honest. I don't rate Ferran fully. I think he's
yeah,
okay, good
yeah, he's
bench
okay.
player.
He's an okay player.
Inconsistent.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
again,
But with
he's
Flick,
not the
I do
one.
kind of trust him. Like with Flick, I do kind of trust him a bit more. That's my thing.
But
Um,
listen, though, you
So let me ask.
so,
Can I
but
ask? Do you think outside of maybe Yamal and Pedri and perhaps De Jong, do you think a lot? You know how in college football you have a systems quarterback,
yeah,
a quarterback that does all. Do you think a lot of Barcelona players are systems type players? In the sense that, so when we have a coach that's very offensive, just predominantly offensive, they do
Mhm.
very well. Like we played a great offense.
Yeah,
Remember the Javi season when we had one of the best defenses in the league? Was it because we
yeah.
had good defenders or we played defensively?
defensively,
Am I making sense at
Yeah.
all?
defensively.
So right,
Yeah,
I feel like
I think a lot of our players are system type players, right? They
yeah,
play
they
well
are,
because of the
they are.
system. So
I
which
think
Yeah,
comes to Jonas' point, if Hansi Flick's leave, then Ferran Torres gotta go with him.
Bro,
yeah,
no,
he has to
guys,
go. He has to
yeah,
go.
big up to Sam for the raid all the time, guys. Smash the likes and subscribe and check him out too after this live also. But I have to say this, bro, the day that Hansi Flick is announced he's leaving, or let's just say, like, I don't hope it happens, but if he gets sacked, bro, Ferran Torres, you're going with him. I'm not even joking, bro. I'll book
Yeah,
the flight
he
for
will.
you, bro.
He
It's
has to
like,
go. He has to go because he won't fit in the
yeah.
next system. Whoever's the coach next, he won't fit
bro,
on the system.
But the thing is, Hansi Flick is known to make like average strikers or attackers
Exactly.
crazy.
Yeah.
Serge Gnabry, he was looking like
Yes.
one of the best players of all time. So Ferran Torres on the Xavi, I don't know if you guys remember the first 6 months when we played in Europa League. This guy was ass. The amount of
Wait,
bars.
who?
Sorry.
Who?
I'm sorry to use the harsh words, but this guy was. I remember he was getting booed against Galatasaray because the amount of chances this guy was missing. And the
Shocking.
23-24 season,
bro.
do
Do not get me started on Ferran. Bro, do you know what I used to say about Ferran? Bro, if he made it to Barcelona, anybody can do anything. Like, he was the guy I used to use for anything. Bro, I'm not even joking. I was so disappointed with Ferran until Flick came. Flick has changed my life with Ferran.
No,
Like,
but
I
again,
have to respect
you gotta
him.
understand though. Like, yo, Eunice, he fucking Xavi made him play left wing. You know, he's not a left winger. That's
I
wrong.
mean,
Bro,
for Valencia, he played right wing, to be honest.
Yeah, but
So he,
you're right. But again, but under Pep, he was a backup striker, like an Alvarez role, and so he excelled there very well in Man City. Then that was the reason why I wanted Ferran because he can be a backup striker for us. But then you played him left wing, and look what happened that game.
and
You
also,
know,
I have to say this, right? The Ferran left wing Lewandowski striker thing, that has to die, bro. Like,
Yeah,
guys,
no.
I'm sorry,
yeah,
bro. Yo,
yeah,
burn that, bro. I'm not even
that
joking,
was
bro.
awful to watch, man.
Lewandowski striker means if you're playing Lewandowski striker, that means you need to have guys who can create chances all over the pitch, guys who are mobile.
Yeah,
You can't play Ferran. He can't dribble guys. Like, he can't whip in an amazing cross
he's
like
a
that.
link
Like,
up player. He's not a
so
creator.
that's why Hans Flick actually has to be brave and start Rooney Barchi and then on the left
Exactly.
Rashford
Yeah,
maybe.
he has to start. Yeah, he has to
But
start
Agree.
one point about Girassi though that makes me about skeptical is because if you guys look at history with the Borussia Dortmund, the players who actually go there, they always cook. Have you guys remember Paco Alcacer was looking at the best striker of all time when he went there, who was bench player for Barcelona. Even Michy Batshuayi
oh my
was
God.
looking like
Yeah,
best strikers
Alcacer
of
was
all
good,
time. So
not
I'm
Dortmund.
kind
He
of
was so good
skeptical
at
when
that.
it comes to Dortmund players, man, because even though they produce
I
great
mean,
players like
again,
Lewandowski and
yeah, you're right
Aubameyang,
though.
but
But again,
still,
Haaland.
but again, you
Haaland
have to
as well.
understand. But you have to understand though, like them strikers, they don't play the Barca way. That's why you guys always like so skeptical. But because you understand that football's played in a different way. That's why their name is big name because they know that they don't have to play the tiki taka or precision football that much. Their job is to score. That's exactly why like Haaland is Haaland today. Because they
Yeah.
know that that's the way of game now in sports, like even in basketball, 3-point shooter and football, like you gotta score goals. That's always
Wait,
there.
guys, peep this. Hold up. Am I sharing my screen? Guys, look at this. All right. What are you guys saying about this, bro? Deco, he dropped a bombshell, and he said that Barcelona, there is no need to be obsessed with a number 9. Guys, think about it. After all the stuff that
I
every
agree
single
with
live
him.
video, Deco basically said maybe it's possible to play without a traditional striker. This isn't the time to talk about signings. Ferran can play as a 9.
Bro,
PSG
this is
won the
not
Champions League. Bro, what
Well,
are you
he's
guys
not.
saying?
Bro, this is
He's
What are
not
you guys
lying
saying, man?
though. Plenty
Bro,
of
this is
teams
not
played
saying.
with, again, some of the greatest Manchester City teams did not have a traditional number 9.
Yeah, but
This
you're
notion,
right.
this
You're right.
notion that
You're
you
right.
have to have a traditional number 9 to score goal is not based in reality at all. Some of the
Quite
best
true.
teams out there do not play with traditional number 9s. Liverpool for a while was known with Firmino. It's not a traditional number 9. Right? If you have a,
Wow.
But he
even
still played the
that,
9 role. A
come
false
again?
9. He still
The
played
balance,
the,
but I know, but it's not it's not a traditional number 9. We don't have to go get this the classic and Haaland type number 9
no,
to be an
no.
effective offensive team.
Again, but that kind of striker doesn't fit our system no matter what.
Come again?
That like a Holland type of striker, it doesn't suit us at all.
But no, I
no
agree.
matter
That's what I'm saying. I said we don't
Yeah.
need to have a traditional number 9. In fact, I don't want Haaland in our team. I don't think
Yeah.
if
No,
it's
I
quite
don't
like a
want him either.
Suarez, yes.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
agree with
that
Deco that
kind of
we
striker,
don't
yes.
need
I agree
a
with
number
you.
9.
Yeah.
Are you
Also,
bro, but I have to,
So
Go
AJ,
ahead.
you would actually be happy with Ferran Torres, only him leading our line next season?
No. That's not what
So
he meant.
if no, what I mean is that if we have limited resources, I much rather we spend that money on other parts of the team and have Ferran Torres as a temporary striker
Yeah,
than
for
to go
another
buy
year.
a striker and not address
Yeah,
our
fair
left back's position, for
Yeah.
instance.
Yeah, fair point.
Again,
So,
Okay, you
so
know
it
what?
all
don't worry.
depends. So it all depends on how actually Barcelona sell next season and how
Yeah,
much
how
the budget is.
how much
that
money we
also,
have? Yeah, it
Because
depends,
again,
So
again,
Also,
but
we
even as a
have to
striker,
start selling
yo,
players,
listen
bro.
though,
I'm gonna be real,
Eunice,
bro.
yo, Eunice.
Enough with this. Enough with this. Like everybody can stay if like they don't want to go, bro. I don't know how Real Madrid and Chelsea, bro. I'm like,
man,
bro. You know what it is?
that's
I
jokes,
have
man.
to say this, guys. How come
You
with
have to
Barca
leave.
we can't sell players? Well, hold up, NJ. It's like, bro, the players will say like, I love my house. I love the city of Barcelona, the weather. Bro, Chelsea say, get him out of here, bro. We sold your house, bro. I'm tired of it, bro.
Oh, man,
We
that's
need
too
to
funny,
start
bro.
selling players, bro.
Too
It's
funny.
crazy.
But Jonas, it doesn't help that a lot of Barca fans also has this attachment to these
Yeah,
most of these
that's
players.
the
So
issue with
every
the
single
fan base.
time there is a rumor
Bro,
that a
you
player
guys
is
need to
going,
chill out. You guys
That's
need to
So
chill
who do you
out.
want to
issue.
sell then, though?
The-
So
with-
name
with
players.
Ferran,
Let's name players. Okay,
Chelsea wanted
so
Ferran,
who are
and
we trying to sell?
we were contemplating about selling Ferran, and now all of a sudden he's a starter. So like,
Fermin.
what?
Who are we trying to
Fermin,
sell
yeah,
though? Like, we
Fermin,
don't
sorry,
really have that. Right?
which
I
is
don't mind having
crazy. Like,
Ferran. I don't mind having
who
Ferran as a
who
team
should
backup. I don't mind him because he's
okay, who
good.
should we
But
sell? Okay, who should we sell? I
Who
just
should we
want to know.
sell?
Bro,
You should-
okay. Listen,
okay, here we go though.
listen. You
Lewandowski?
don't
I
even
would
have to
sell-
sell Cut Ter Stegen,
Hey,
bro.
Lewandowski,
Like,
he's a
I'm not
retirement,
even
bro.
joking.
Saudi, bro.
Ter
Bro,
Stegen.
listen,
Nah, bro.
okay.
Saudi.
He ain't going to Saudi, believe me, bro.
No, he's not going Saudi,
Okay,
bro. He's not. Come
because
on, bro.
we brought up this topic now. We need to talk about it. Like, who should we sell? Like, who do you think now in our team we should sell?
I don't
Okay,
think
can
that's
I
a go,
start?
bro.
Can I start? Can I
That's a
start?
go.
Gerard Martin, I never thought you're even good enough for Barca Athletics. No, let alone Barcelona. So he's got to go number one. I'm not joking. Why is
Who's
Barcelona?
gonna pay for him?
We said same thing about Cucurella. We sold Cucurella as well, right?
Okay. We got it
Look
wrong
how
with
it turned out.
Cucurella.
Okay,
We're not getting
Cucurella
wrong
was
with
for-
Gerard
was
Martin.
forced
I mean,
out.
Cucurella
He
didn't
was
even play
forced
for the
out.
first team that much, to be honest. He didn't play
He was,
first.
yeah, he was forced
that
out to
much.
leave though. Cucurella, Grimaldo was forced out as well. So
Anyway, it's not as easy as you guys think. Just selling
yeah,
players, bro.
it's
Because
not easy though.
even if you replace, you need to replace with quality players who are willing to sit on the bench.
Would you
Yeah.
guys sell Araujo? Would you guys sell Araujo?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, next season, yeah.
Yeah,
All
I would sell
right.
him.
What about Rafiki? Rafiki.
Such a switch up, bro. Like we were supposed to give him a chance. Was
I
that the
never rated
Sevilla
this
game?
guy.
Did the Sevilla game say it all with him?
No.
No,
Because
but the thing is,
against Newcastle we were praising him, but now against
of
Sevilla,
course,
That's true.
of course.
the season
But
didn't even end.
Rafiki, the guy has bozo genes, man. It's inevitable that he's gonna make a mistake. That's the
That's
problem
true.
with him. I can never feel safe with him. As much as I want him to stay, but he's
Was
gonna.
that penalty not a harsh? Let's be honest, it was harsh though.
It was
that
harsh.
Yeah,
It
but
was
Yeah,
harsh.
It was
harsh.
harsh. It was
but-
stupid
but
what he
again,
did.
You're stupid.
He's a
It was
retard.
very
Yeah.
stupid.
True.
It was very
He should have
stupid.
left
I'm
it.
not
He should
lying,
have let
but-
him go. He was not going anywhere anyway.
Isaac Romero,
Exactly.
he knew he planted his leg. He would just all he was waiting for was a contact, and Araujo gave him.
Okay,
So-
who's
Yeah.
gonna buy him now? Because now he's exposed. A year ago, people wanted to pay a big bag for him.
Yeah,
Who's gonna- Who's gonna break his bank for Araujo now?
No, nobody.
Bro, I
It
have to
depends
say this. Okay,
on how
with
we
Araujo, right? I would sell for the right price. If we're not getting the right price,
Yeah, but no,
I think. Listen. I know it sounds stupid, but hear me out. I
you're
think
not gonna
his
get
stock.
the right price.
No, hear me out, bro. I'm not selling for 25, bro. What the hell is 25? What is that? 25 million. What is that? Give me
He
like
signed a
45
contract.
and I'll sell.
He signed a contract right last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
but
He's just
problem,
gonna,
but
he's
the
just
reason
gonna
why,
pull a Tristeca on us, bro. He's gonna.
well, the
pull a
reason why you
Tristeca.
can't,
He ain't leaving.
if you
can't.
sell a person like Araujo for $25 million, you're not going to get a quality replacement for that amount of money. So you might as well
Exactly,
not
yeah.
sell him. So you got to keep him. So unless,
Unless
but
you get lucky.
but as been alluded already or mentioned earlier, no one is going to pay that much money for Araujo
Exactly,
right now.
no
It's
one.
going to be very difficult for that to happen. So we might be stuck with him, So
Yeah, but
I really
You have
think
to
it
listen-
depends on how he
y-
finished the season. If he actually finishes strong,
but you have
then
to
his price
understand
could
though,
actually go
Rory,
up.
Yeah,
I'm
Rory, you have to understand though.
There's-
Like our players are good in our eyes, but outside Barcelona, they know, like they might not be able to play the other wave system football. That's why they don't. That's why they want to rip us off. Because again, they know
Araujo-
that.
Araujo would be perfect for every low block side, but let's be honest.
No, I'm not saying about now. I'm talking about the other players that we have in Barcelona. They know that if they leave Barcelona, they will not succeed unless if they adjust their play style. Simple said. That's why they rip us off too much. That's why.
So
We
you
got-
would
we
like
got-
to say
we
like
got-
every Barca player
No.
feeling comfortable in Barca.
Except Pedri, some Lamine Yamal, obviously. Like I'm talking about other players, like Kunde. Kunde might worth 90 million, but if you play him in Prem or whatever, he's gonna be like 50.
We
No,
got,
but
we got
okay,
linked.
okay.
We got linked to Margoy, but there's this one player from Holland who plays next to Van Dijk right now. He
Oh,
actually
he's good.
won.
Yeah, he's
He
good.
won. He won his basically like spot there now in the Dutch
first cap.
team. He plays for Brighton. Van Hecke.
Van
Van
Hecke.
Heck?
His
he's
his
good,
passing
bro.
ability is so good, bro.
Yeah,
like
he's
crazy.
he's good. He's good.
He's really good, man. And I
I've
think
seen it,
just
but
watch
bro,
me. He's gonna go to a very good club next season. I think after the World Cup, he's definitely gonna play next to Van Dijk. That's when all the eyes are gonna be on him. And then believe me, he's gonna make a big move after that.
Yeah, like 90 million.
Yeah.
Like 90 million.
Bro, but guys, okay, like outside of like with Gerard Martin, and you guys said so Araujo, you're saying right price. Gerard Martin, I'm
Casado.
selling him for any price. I'll be real. Who
Mark
else would you
Casado.
guys say?
Mark
Who else?
Casado.
Casado. I'll sell Casado. I
Casado.
think we'll get so Casado is I think he's a very versatile player that we actually get some good amount of money from. And it doesn't really so I think Casado is it's not just about we have to think about are we going to get a decent transfer fee for these players. And so Casado I think is young enough that he might actually fetch a decent amount of money. So I think that's another player I would probably sell.
I just feel like Casado, the system is just not for him. I feel like
That's
maybe in other system he might flourish.
You know what it is though?
I feel like Bayern Munich looks like a team that would definitely come for him and see something. in him.
I would
It's
sell
so- it's
Casado,
Susan, though,
but not
to be
now,
fair.
bro. You know why? Because like right now, Barca are so thin in midfield. Like, look, Pedri and De Jong are so tired. Casado's a guy you sell in like 2 years. Like, you can't sell him right now. Like, we don't have enough legs to cover for Pedri and De Jong. Like, you sell him in like 2 years.
But this is
So
the
my
problem.
only pushback against that, I don't think Casado is ever going to be at the level whereby if Pedri is injured and you bring him in, you're not going to drop a lot in quality. So if that is the case, I'd much rather we sell him now and start bringing in they're better La Masia midfielders and start like bleeding those players into the team now and stop this Casado project. He's not a Barcelona player. He's never going to be a Barcelona player.
Nah,
No,
yo,
I'm
guys.
Let's not say that.
I'm
Let's
not saying
that
just play
because
them.
Thiago
I'm saying
left one day.
slowly bleed them in, slowly over time, right? And if Casado is there, that's less time for these other boys that we know have far better potential than Casado. Casado is not going to be a Barcelona player. He's not. So why not sell him and start giving
It's
the other
so
guys
sim
some
right now,
game
but-
time?
But again, when you look at in the future managers, he might not suit the system, bro. That's why it's better to sell him as soon as possible.
Casado?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Yes, Casado, man, he's a
those
sacrificial.
those
as good as
two,
Casado is,
that I
he-
mean, that week will never be forgotten, man. The Bayern performance at Real Madrid, man. He gave us two wonderful
yes,
performances.
you're
And
right.
by the
You're
way,
right.
How to
Bernal,
go?
really, the end of the season, I want to see something from him,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, but then Bernal's the one though. It's gonna be Bernal, Frankie, De Jong, and Gavi's gonna be the ones gonna rotate most of the time. Because Casado
Gavi's
was a lot.
another one, bro. Like we don't know if Gavi's ever gonna be back, bro. That's two back-to-back
Yeah,
ACL and meniscus, bro. Like, listen, I hope Gavi's fine, but bro, like I don't know what's gonna happen with
yeah,
him.
but
But
let's be real
yo,
though.
guys,
Like
I do
Gavi's
I
just
want
a
to read the chat. Like they're putting in some names. Olmo. I mean, I don't know. Listen, guys, I'm giving Olmo this whole season. If he's bad
Yeah.
this whole season, then yeah. But if he's
We're
there's no
gonna be
way.
playing big games. He's gonna be tested. Chelsea's waiting for us.
Exactly.
yeah.
Who else is waiting for us, by the way? Is it
And bro,
So
last
you,
season he played good, bro. Like
you
overall,
don't
almost
realize if you're selling the player because they're not performing, you're not going to
That's
get that much
stupid.
money from them, right?
That's
So
stupid.
that's a bad
That's
business,
stupid.
though. So you're going to lose a lot of money from this. If you sell Omo because he's playing like shit, you're not going to get money from at
Exactly.
all.
Yeah. It
You
makes
know,
no
how are you
sense to
going to
selling right now
replace
because
this?
you're
You have to
taking
think
your
about it as a
yeah,
business.
exactly.
Come on,
Yeah.
Omo definitely deserves a whole season.
yeah, almost because he
I'm,
played
I'm
good
with
last
EJ
year.
though.
But
I'm with EJ though. Because again, because you have to understand, like me, Eunice, and EJ, right? We live in North America. We see sports different. Like we know some players are not good, but if you could give them the whole season, it's gonna change the performance. But because again, with Europe, you guys, if you see a player who's bad, kick him out. He's out. He's out. No, you can't
Yeah,
do that,
maybe
bro.
that's the reason why Europe is performing way much higher than the Americans. Like when it comes to
What do you
soccer,
mean? In
bro.
what
Like
what way? What
in
are you
football,
talking
bro.
about?
We are talking about soccer
Come
right
on.
now. We're not talking about basketball. We're not talking about America. They have different kind of aspects and ratios and
Exactly.
whatever. Like
Yeah, but
yo,
we're
maybe you
talking
guys
about
keep
how
maybe you guys keep shit
Americans.
players too long, man. Come on, like stop
that's why
comparing the
that's why that's why
soccer.
you just can't build like a proper team. Like because in order to build a proper team, you gotta take at
But,
least a
but
year
when
or
you talk
two.
about America, are you talking about like the United States
We're
of
not
America,
talking.
or we're
We're
talking
not
about
talking
South
about.
America?
No, we're
No,
not
no,
talking about how we
Americas.
think about just sports in general in America,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
just
sports in
soccer
general.
itself, right? Just
Yeah,
sports in
yeah.
general. We're realistic. We're patient. We don't believe our teams are going to win every single year. We actually know how to
Yeah,
build a team, right? How to
that's
actually,
true.
what's the word for the process? We know what that means,
yeah,
right? It's not like
exactly.
we're not like
But
Manchester United that wants to
it's
win a
been
champion every single
what
year. No,
else?
we
Well, yeah, but
That's
it's
not
been 10
realistic.
years. It's
Like
been 10 years, man. Like how long do you want it for us
yeah,
to
but
wait?
again,
because they're not building properly. They keep
exactly.
firing the coach every year. They don't know how
Yeah,
to
but
build.
that's the
They're
problem.
impatient.
No,
It's
That
that's
is the
lack
not
of
it.
problem.
patience.
I mean, guys, to be fair, you know what this Casado take, right? I didn't see it until like, bro, this season. Like, I thought Casado was gonna be good. I thought last season he did enough when he like replaced Frankie De Jong. He was good enough last season. I was sold a dream, but I think now we all know Casado. I don't think he's gonna be like a Pedri De Jong level ever. So
No.
that's why I'm
No,
like
no, no,
now I'm
no,
like
no,
more
no.
open
He's
to
not
it.
that
You
kind
know
of
what I'm
player
saying?
though. He's not that kind of player though. That's
No,
the
but
thing though.
before I didn't know that, bro. Like that's the
Yeah,
thing.
okay,
Like
fair
he
enough, fair enough. Yeah.
overperformed. If we're looking back at it, last season he overperformed. Then that's legit
Yeah,
what
the
it is.
thing, going back to the thing, right? Like not having patience. Like look at Man City. Like they it took them 7 years to like win their first Champions League under Pep, right? So because Pep built the team, that's why
No,
how
bro,
this.
but City didn't exist, bro. Like Barcelona has a long history, man. Like
What do
City
you mean? He
really
never
needed
existed.
So
They have a
what?
what
long. Yeah, but
they.
still, it
Oh,
doesn't
so
matter.
basically,
So
we're
what?
gonna.
You have to build the
How are we
team.
comparing ourselves with City, bro? Like genuinely, like we cannot compare.
No,
Barcelona
Why
has
that's
not?
not
been
what I
playing on a
meant.
high level
That's
for
not
so
Why?
what I
long.
meant,
So
bro.
so what though?
Yeah, but the City started. They needed to start. They started from scratch, basically. Like Barcelona has a
Yeah,
whole
and
like
guess what? Look at them
we
now.
have
They're winning.
experience of the
Look at them.
Yo,
They're
guys, I'm
winning.
sorry. This is off
Multiple
and they
topic, but
had
trophies.
to
yo,
put and they
yo,
had
hold
to
up.
put a lot of money into it as well. We don't have that. Like
Well,
we
guess
cannot
what?
be
Well, guess.
we cannot compare ourselves with City, bro. You could
Yo,
say
guys,
same
I
thing
have a
with
question.
PSG as well.
Rafiki, real
Well, are
quick,
we
real
Okay,
like
quick.
PSG now?
whoa, with Barcelona, we have the money, but then they never use it correctly. That's why we're so stagnated at
Yeah,
our
I
team.
understand. If you compare City with PSG, I understand, but we cannot be compared to City and
No,
PSG and
obviously
stuff
we are
like.
the bigger team.
Yeah,
Obviously,
Huh?
we're a
Barca
bigger
is the bigger.
team, so
So
our
what? Who cares if you're with a bigger team?
I'm not sure what
Please.
that means. When you say like
no,
again, you Europeans, you
trying to,
guys like to say
yeah.
this we're the bigger team. What the fuck does
Yeah,
that
Now,
mean? Who
I'm
cares?
exactly.
trying to
Like
say
No
what
one
I'm
gives a
trying to
that's
shit
what
about
say
I'm
is we need
saying,
reputation,
to get
man.
bro.
How are you
results.
playing
That's
We
right
need to get
now?
That's
right now.
ego.
So
No.
that's
That's
again.
ego.
I keep
I'm
saying
not
this
talking
about.
about right. I'm talking
Wallahi,
generally.
with this
Generally speaking.
mentality, we're
Bro,
gonna wait for
this
Jam to
Generally
think another
speaking,
10
Barca
years,
is bigger
bro.
team than City. AJ, are you not agreeing?
Okay, fine. I
bro, we
agree,
know
but
they're
who the
bigger.
fuck cares if we're playing like shit? You know, you have to
Everyone
know your
cares.
levels right now, right? Our levels right now. We're not a big. They're a better team.
We are
They've
bigger than City
accomplished
right
way
now as
more than.
well.
Wait, right
No,
What
now we're
define?
not
What do
better
you
than
mean by
Right
City.
now.
big?
Right
Define
now
what's
we're
what?
better than City.
Culturally,
No, right
historically,
now. But I'm just
everything.
saying. So say the last 5 years, for instance, has
Yeah.
Barcelona performed better than City?
No,
No.
they did
So
not.
let's
No,
stop
no,
No,
talking
no,
no.
about
But
no.
Just
AJ,
one
We
season.
didn't
obviously, we're
perform better
talking
than them,
historically
but
all
we didn't
time.
go to what?
We're talking all
Okay,
time. That's
honestly,
all.
all
No,
time, but
no, why?
I
That's the
care about
problem with you
today,
guys.
right
That's the
now.
problem with
Like,
you
we
guys.
can't, we gotta, maybe I'm
No,
not articulating my
I
points
agree
well
with you.
enough.
Listen, AJ, I can understand your point. Somehow I can understand it. But what I'm trying to say is that City, they're like the way they were building their team is just different.
Why
Like
not?
they really needed to basically we all remember Aguero
Yeah, they
his
did.
last minute goal. You understand what I mean? Like their process of building they had a different vision, like with us, we were already like our team has been there for like very long time.
Yeah, but
And
again, it doesn't hurt to start over and to write your own history.
I know, but yo, guys, I mean, it is what this
yeah,
is a
but
conversation for another day,
Yeah,
bro.
no,
I'm
no,
be
no,
real,
Eunice,
like,
Eunice, also, like that lazy thing. Oh, we're a bigger club. Yeah, we know we're the big club, but history in the past doesn't really matter because they're not playing anymore. It's a new generation of football players. Like why do you guys always have to bring? Oh yeah, we're Barcelona. But who cares?
Who cares? Like, I don't give a shit,
Of
that's
course,
like
we lost.
everyone
fucking.
We
cares.
lost
It's
13.
it's the history of the club. You have to care, man. Are we just
Are
gonna
you
No,
really worried?
forget about
I
the
do
past?
care about the
oh, yo,
history of
hold
the
up, NJ.
club.
What context are you
Are we
talking
going
about?
to?
Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you guys mean? Like, when we're bigger, like we're just
no, no,
we're
no.
Barca,
What I'm
we're
trying
big.
to
What are
say
you
is
guys
about
talking
being
about?
patient. They're saying like we should be more patient and stuff like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah,
Of course,
Like,
yes, I agree.
we
Let's
were
not
patient
stop
with
acting
Dembele,
like.
right? How long we were patient with Dembele until he left? We were
Yeah,
patient
but
Four
for
I
so
years,
agree.
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
but
long.
4 years,
but
it's
again,
4 years.
we never had a proper team though. That's the thing though, and that's why I ended up getting injured, and everybody just playing individual football. They never were a team. They were just relying on their skill sets. That's why we were stagnated with our process of like winning. That's why we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Guys, I
again,
have a question. I have a
yeah,
question. I have
go
a
ahead.
question. Right, because a couple of the chat, like we were telling players that we want to sell. I'm gonna just say two more names, but real quick, like, do you guys rate Martin? Like Abdul and Tino, they said that like
He's
they rate
okay,
Martin.
but he's not really he's not really a left back though. That's the
You have a lot
problem
of
though.
weaknesses. That's
Oh,
the
but
thing,
no,
bro.
I want to hear from everybody though. So,
I feel
like
like.
NJ, do you think he's good?
Oh yeah, Andre can go.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Do you rate Martin? Because I'm be real,
Uh,
bro, I don't because I think he lacks too many holes. It's not like I'm hating. It's because
No, no,
he
no.
does like a
He's not
host.
pressure resistance, man. He's
Yeah,
not.
but again,
Like
he's
Balde,
not really a
players
left
don't
back
even want
though.
to. Yeah,
He's not
players
really
don't even
built to
want
be a left
to.
back. He's
Yeah,
not built
exactly.
so.
Players don't want to how do you say that? Press Balde. I remember like when Balde came in and he got the ball, and Hakimi wanted to press him, but he kind of like he stopped because he knows Balde is gonna make the run inside. He didn't want to press him. But with Martin, bro, like players that have their confidence goes like 200, bro. They just press him every time, bro,
Yeah.
because they know he can do nothing except to pass the ball behind or on the sideways.
Okay, wait. A question though, with what John Williams said, right? No, that's not what I meant. But I'm saying that people are so obsessed with the past. Like, bro, the past is not gonna help the new players, bro. Like, let them write their own history. Like what will Messi and Iniesta gonna do right now? But they're not even playing for us anymore. Like,
I
the
know
past
what
is the
you mean. I know
past.
what you mean. Yeah, I know
But
what you
can I
mean.
say this about Gerard Martin? I feel like sometimes you get too much scapegoated in a sense. Like, I know he's not like the quality drop off between Balde and him is very huge,
He's
but you don't have to like expect too much from the guy. I mean,
yeah,
you
Exactly.
exactly.
don't have
Yeah,
any.
yeah.
I feel
You
like
know,
that's the
I
problem
agree.
with you
if
guys
you
though.
expect him to perform in the same level of Balde,
Yeah.
you are going to get disappointed. You just gotta
Exactly.
accept that this guy,
I agree. Yep.
he does
Exactly.
the basic. He just does the
Yeah,
basic. I
exactly. He
mean,
does the
And
basic, and
and I,
it's
I echo Warrior's point. I actually, he doesn't have the ability, right? He's not capable of doing certain things. I don't really get mad at him. It's not his fault. It's not, he doesn't have the ability to do the things we expect of a Barcelona player. So we can't get upset with him. Having said that, he shouldn't be on the team
it
at
reminds
all.
me of
Exactly my point.
remember the viral video and picture that went with Gareth Bell with that defender? He went to Dortmund
Barca.
eventually.
Yeah,
Dortmund,
yeah, yeah.
It
Yeah.
reminds me a little bit of that. He's kind of like a weakness a little bit sometimes when we play
I
big
mean,
games.
some players have weakness though. To be
But my thing with Gerard Martin's like, bro, like I'll be the first one who says it. I wish Alejandro Balde had Gerard Martin's cross because Gerard Martin knows how to cross a ball, like he just does. But
But
at
Balde
the same
improved
time,
though with his
but
crossings now.
this is the thing
yeah,
though.
yeah,
He
slowly
lacks two
improving.
weeks. And guys, I'm not saying Gerard Martin is garbage, but like, I think he's like maybe like Valencia level. Middle of the table La Liga. I don't think he's Barcelona level. That's ultimately what it is, bro. We're trying to win a
Yeah.
Champions League in La Liga.
And
That's
furthermore, the more he plays, the less I want to see Jeffrey Torrance play more. Like I want to see him play, you know.
Yeah,
So they need to give him a
Jeffrey
chance. You know, play Jeffrey
True.
Torrance while he's on the
True.
team. Like give him a chance. So sometimes
Wow.
I do question Flick's selection processes. Sometimes like they all like starting. I'm kind of going back, starting like Ferran Torres, Lewa, and Rashford makes absolutely no sense when you have
exactly.
Bargy on the team. So sometimes I do question Flick's personnel choices.
I wanted
So
him
if you have
that game.
if you have Jeffrey Torrance on the bench, I mean, at least give him a shot, man. Let's see what he could do. At least let's try him out.
Hey, you
We
know
watched
what?
him play. He's so good, man.
Abdul's actually putting a lot of good comments. He's saying, okay, Gerard Martin, you're critical on him, but is Ronnie Bargdi, is Ferran Torres, are they Barca level? I mean, that's a fair point, but I think the drop-off with him is just it's too big for me, bro. That's what it is. I think Ferran low-key as a bench player is actually. I think as a bench player, Ferran has been good, bro.
Yeah, Rooney Barge is definitely Barca level for his age right now and his ability. I think I could definitely see potential Rooney Barge. Absolutely.
Yeah, he can play. Yeah.
And I say this
But
about
the
Rooney
thing
Bargi.
is-
I feel like a lot of people are too harsh on him with his
Oh, no,
like a lot of people were saying like he should have passed to Rashford. Come on, man, what are we doing? I feel like the shot was bad, but he did everything correct. I mean, he was
created
very
chances.
enthusiastic.
He actually created a
Created
chance.
chances
That's
in
a
that
good
game
thing.
as well. So a lot of people just look for scapegoats every time Barcelona drop points, or instead of like collectively saying the
I
whole
mean,
team was bad.
I mean,
The thing
that's
is, for
the
his
problem
development,
that's a problem with the
Lamine
European
is-
fans, though. They had no chill.
And big up Tino for the comment.
if Lamine start playing consistently, like is Bargy gonna have enough time to basically? He's just gonna be sitting on the bench. He's put the. I don't know, like what are we gonna expect from him? Because if Lamine keeps like playing like this, or if he gets injured, then I understand he'll get more game time. But if Lamine start playing like consistently for 6-7 months or whatever the whole year,
But Rooney could play on the left. I mean, that's where Flick has to manage, right? He could play him like, give him game time now and then, play him in other positions, in the field, like left, centrally.
Yeah, but I think he's not really used to it, to like bringing up youth players that much, right? Because I think he prefers like experienced players. So for him, this is like a new thing for him, where like he has to like rely to the younger ones a lot compared to like where he was in Bayern, where like he had like Ivan Perisic, he had like Gnabry, Son, Coman and stuff like that, right? So for him, it's a new challenge for him to like entrust the youngsters to a lot. So
I mean, bro, I just want to say this. Like, this comment's a good one, right? Yeah, I hear it. So basically, Tino is saying he's good enough against the lower teams, Gerard Martin. The problem is Balde is injured 50% of the time.
Exactly, yeah.
Unless we buy a left back, I wouldn't sell. I agree, though, that my point is saying I think Barca can improve buying a left back. And, like, I've seen, bro, okay, I'll just put it this way. I'll be real. I've seen Alejandro Balde play for this club. He's a good left back. I know he needs to be less injury prone. I've seen Jordi Alba. Bro, Jordi Alba just retired. Do you guys know how good Jordi Alba was, bro? This guy was a flipping monster down the left. Like, this guy could cross the ball. He's he's way more of an engine. He's got more stamina than Gerard Martin. I'm not trying to compare the players. It's night and day. But, like, the thing is, like, I just think overall, is he Barca level as a bench player even? Because the drop-off is too big for me. I'm not hating. He could get better. But that's my point.
Yeah, but question though, how do you
I feel like we have to see.
The question though, like how do you define Barcelona at this today's modern football? We can't use like the Messi days.
Good question.
Yeah,
how do you define what's Barca level actually though?
Well,
I mean, I guess we use historical comparisons. What we used to from Barca players. We use that. We can use our realistic expectations right now. But if so. if we're going to compete for the Champions League, right? If we're going to compete consistently for the Champions League, do you see Gerard Martin as a left back that can do that? That's a question we should
No,
ask.
No,
Long
no,
term.
no.
no,
He can play
of course not.
That's the truth.
No,
he
as
can
a
play.
starter,
He can
as a
play.
starter, no.
He can play like the lower
No.
teams in the UCL, like the group stages. But when against a knockout, Baldi has to start no matter what.
I mean,
this
to be
also-
honest,
But again,
he
the thing is
was
that
looking good against Inter.
with the intensity of the modern game, players
lost
get
us the-
injured a lot. You have to have a
Exactly, yeah.
deep squad, right? So the teams that probably would win that wins the championship, or not the teams that have the best 11. You have to have a squad of players. So in case you do
Exactly.
get that injury at the semifinals, you're not fucked, right?
Exactly,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
No,
that's
I
what
in this
happened
modern
to
game,
us
in this
against
modern
Inter.
game we're playing, if this modern game where we are at right now, the wingers are so important, bro. Like
Yeah.
very, very
The
important.
game changed.
And
That's why it's
Jared
very.
Martin, I swear, if he faces Doku or Ousmane
No, he's
Dembele,
gonna cook no matter what. He's gonna cook no
he's
matter
done,
what.
bro.
Gates.
He's done, bro.
Yeah.
Dumfries was cooking this guy. Let alone a proper winger, bro. He's done.
Yeah.
Man saying, why are we
Yeah.
not seeing Joffrey Torrance more? Dude, King,
Yeah,
I want
I
to see,
agree.
see Joffrey more, man. Like, that's one of the guys that, like, yo, this season, maybe he's going to be the Lamine breakout this
I
year.
want to
but
see him
we
as
haven't-
well. I don't
Because
understand the way he didn't
I feel
play.
like he's
Joffrey's
slowly
a
introducing him.
combination of Balde. He has Martin's crossing ability and some of
Yeah.
Balde's dribbling ability. So it's almost a hybrid between the both of them. That's why I'm very curious as to why Flick is not giving him more of a chance. That's why
His
maybe I'm
link-up
getting
plays
so
good.
mad at Martin.
Slowly introducing
I'm
him.
getting.
I feel like he's gonna slowly introducing it in a couple
Yeah.
of their
He's
away
barely
games.
played though. He's just
I know,
Yeah,
it's
playing
very
it
bad.
and
out.
his link-up is so good, man.
We need to
He's so
see.
good.
Yeah.
We need to see
Yeah,
more
yeah,
from
yeah.
Joffrey Torres,
I
man.
understand
I
that,
haven't
but
even.
again, the schedule is just too tight right now, bro.
Man
You
said,
can't.
why do you want to
What's your
sell
system?
players when our squad is way too thin? The thing is, bro, like, we ultimately, like, we have to sell to buy, bro. Like, the way
Yeah.
that Barcelona is, I think we can't keep going. Like, the last 2 summers, we went basically without buying anything. We went in-house looking for everything, La Masia and all that. I think this summer, I don't think that's going to work. I think if we do that again, Real Madrid's just going to jump us, bro. And I hate to say that, but we can't go 3 summers in a row barely buying players. Like, that's my point.
That's the thing, though.
And
Yeah,
you
you
have
gotta
to
buy the
sell.
players. You need.
Yeah,
It sounds
to compete.
it sounds crazy, bro. Like I think you guys are gonna be shocked. I'm telling you, if Flick plays his cards right, I genuinely do believe we could win the Champions League, man. I genuinely like even with the team we have, with
Amen,
all the
man. I hope
issues,
so.
all the issues
Bro,
we
hopefully,
have.
bro.
I hope so.
But
I
that game,
really
but
do.
that game against Real Madrid is gonna say.
Yeah,
Maybe
but yo,
we'll put-
guys, I actually do have to wrap. Guys, smash up the likes. We have 50 people in the building. Guys, if you haven't liked up the stream already, what are you doing? Smash up the likes and subscribe. Let's at least get 45 likes right now. We have 51 people in the building. Smash up the likes. I'm going to plug everybody's channel in the description who has a channel.
Peace out, Dash.
Guys, hey, listen, the international break, bro, there's not that much on, bro. Let's be real. I'm probably going to do a stream with one Madridista with Sam or Matrix. One of them I'll choose. And guys, big up. It was a fire show. We talked about a lot of things, though. What is the problem with Barca, right? If you came in late, just, rewind, right? Watch the stream. Big up to everybody. Y'all got anything else to say, bro, before we jet?
So if we lose against Madrid, I'm gonna just move back to Nigeria. Don't expect me to come. I'm not showing my face in public. Fuck that. So if we lose against
you know what,
Madrid,
guys? I'll say this. No. If we lose to Madrid, brother, hell no.
yeah, I'm not sure.
can't
No,
do
but
that.
again,
But
but
you know what?
though, you gotta win the first 3 games before Madrid,
Hey,
though.
Next, what's it called? Next week with the what's it called? On next week's panel show, we'll talk about the Clásico a lot more. But guys, do not move like Gerard Martin. Move like Gerard Maldini. Move like Gerard Martin when he puts in a master class. Like that second half against Inter Milan. When I was sold the dream, I said, is that Martin?
Oh, bro.
Or is that
It was
is
so
that
close
flipping
to go for him.
Maldini, bro? Come on, guys.
Yeah, that was a crazy game for him, bro.
What if we
Bro,
cook?
he sold
what
me
if-
a dream, bro. I
Bro,
thought
how do you get
bro,
cooked?
bro,
Yo, Eunice, how do you get cooked and play good at the same time?
I don't know, bro. But
Bro,
guys,
bro.
guys, I
It's
do actually have to
unpredictable.
guys, I actually do have to go, guys. So smash up the like,
All right, peace
subscribe.
out.
Big up chat.
What if
W stream as
Before
always.
we end, man, but what if we cook Real Madrid, man? How is
Hey,
the
we'll
rest
see,
of
we'll
Sorry,
see.
but Real
Hey,
Madrid
big up.
it's on, man.
Visca
I hope
Barca,
so.
bro. People, big up.
Visca
Visca
Barca.
Barca.
All right, man.